From the USA to Europe and into the Caribbean, all the world over, this is Caribbean Gospel Radio FM, keeping you inspired and informed.
This is
Gospel in HD.
Welcome to Gospel in HD, High Definition. I'm your girl, Ruth E.
And this is your boy, Shawn English, up in the building with Ruth E, talking about things that matter to us, in HD.
All right. So I know the first thing that you guys would want to know is what exactly is Gospel in HD. We just want to take a few minutes to explain that Gospel in HD is coming from Guyana, from two born Guyanese, to give you the local perspective on how we do things over here when it comes to the gospel industry in Guyana. So we're sharing some music, some information, some life lessons, having some interesting interviews with our very own here on the soil, and you'll be hearing a lot more. And we do hope that whatever it is that we put out there, you are going to love. You're going to end up adding some of the music to your own musical playlist, and you'll be having us on rotation, but you will be hearing from us every weekend, every Saturday for 1 solid hour. It's music, it's fun, it's entertainment, it's education.
But I just want to jump in to say, the scope for the Gospel in HD is so wide right now because everyone wants to know what everyone else is doing. I think that's the one thing that draws us all together, the common bond. We are gospel ministers and we know what's happening this season.
Yeah.
So wherever you are, you can relate to it. Guyana is such a unique place. It's such a beautiful spot within this world. It would be such a shame that the social distancing and all these little things that would have hampered our movements would stop you from enjoying that experience. But you know what? Tell somebody that Gospel in HD is on. Let someone know that something fresh is happening, is coming your way.
That's right.
And wherever you're hearing us today, make sure you give us a shout out, make sure you share it, make sure you let others know that the Gospel in HD is on.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring you our first selection, and then when we come back, we're going to chat some more. It's your girl Ruth E and Shawn E on the mic.
I will never try to find this battle alone. Shining glitter and feel for the one you hate. I seen it coming, but I know it's gonna be alright. Your promises to me tell me it's gonna be fine. But deep inside of me wants to give up giving. But I'm fighting this feeling, and it's coming from deep within. I need you to fight for me. Fight and rescue me. Jesus, fight for me. Open my eyes, I can see clearly. Jesus, fight for me. Fight and rescue me. Jesus, fight for me. Open my eyes, I can see clearly. The system set away, so I need to see clearly. Them say take Jesus from your song, but listen to me clearly. Even if we never have a hit song, or we never reach number one, me nah go ever, no me nah go ever take Jesus Christ from his song. Won't you fight for me? Fight and rescue me. Jesus, fight for me. Open my eyes, I can see clearly. Jesus, fight for me. Fight and rescue me. Jesus, fight for me. Open my eyes, I can see clearly.
In the middle of the battle, enemy at the door. I won't have to worry, no. Everywhere that I trod, I am safe and secure. Because I am not alone, Jesus goes before me, stands beside me. I am never forsaken. My house is on the solid rock, my Christ on solid foundation.
Fight for me. Fight and rescue me. Jesus, fight.
you're now joining us, welcome to Gospel in HD, a show from Guyana, from Guyanese. And in terms of that, I know you folks would have heard some things about Guyana, and one of those things would be our language. And you'd be listening to us right now, but they don't sound like they're from Guyana.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, because we're not talking in our regular slang. If we are, you really pick it up,
So
though.
do you think you don't have an accent?
We get accent, yeah, but at this point, because of the kind of job that we do on a daily basis, you're not picking it up like that. But we are Guyanese, and we actually speak Creolese. That's our thing. It's Creolese, but because it's radio work and so on, we want to make sure that people are picking up our voices very clearly in standard English perspective. You're hearing all this slang we're going on, eh?
Oh Lord, you just switched.
I just switched. Yeah, I just switched.
That was the gospel in HD by Abigail.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that's how we roll over here. Depending on the job that we do, we speak standard. We are the the only country in the Caribbean with 6 beautiful races.
That's right.
6 of us live over here. I don't think there's no other country that does that.
Isn't it like 7 though?
Is it 7?
No, we got like 7.
Who's the 7th one?
I think Dublin is a race.
Yeah, but that's a mix.
No, that's a Dublin nation.
Yeah, but it's mixed.
It's a Dublin.
Oh God, it's 6 of them. All right, no matter which one, it's 6 a week.
To explain wow.
It's 6 a week, and it's African, East Indian, Amerindian. So right now we go with the word indigenous, Europeans, Portuguese, and mixed.
You know something that I realized, Ruth E, has been happening with Guyana? A lot of persons are coming in to invest, all right? And, whether you're a Christian or secular, you know what the power of investment is. So when people come here or they look into our diaspora, they start to kind of try to analyze who we are. Like, okay, hold on. Y'all talking these 6 races. What does 6 races really mean to me as an investor? To me, 6 races means cultural diversity.
Right.
It means that there is a given acceptance for whatever comes to Guyana. So, sharing the gospel is such an interesting thing to do because it puts you in the face of different people, coming from different backgrounds, different walks of life. And you try to bring that salvation message to someone that you're not so much familiar with who they are. So you're caught up between sharing what God has done for you and still trying to understand who am I sharing this information with. Yeah. Because you want to add value to that conversation. And I know lots of ministers are listening out there and you're saying to yourself, boy, I can relate to that. I just met someone probably from the islands and I'm trying to share with them, this is what Jesus did for me. And the person starts to speak in a way that you have to figure out what it is they're saying. And then you still have to share your story or connect with them so they can understand that salvation message. And I find that our culture is so, good at adapting that someone could come from Germany and start to speak German and we probably start to pick them up.
It's true.
I think that guy thinks he wants something. I'm thinking he wants something and I could probably figure out his work. Guyanese are talented.
Yes. And the talent spans up to 10 regions. We have 10 regions here, 10 regions in our country, 6 people that we have living here. Talking about HD, this is what you guys are getting from us. So you're going to be hearing everything from the wide perspective from everyone, from every race. And if it's one thing that we can say is that even though we have 6 races, the gospel goes over to everyone the same way. They get the word the same way, and it's the one thing that they can totally understand. So here's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna go to a musical break. And immediately following that break, you're going to hear your life lesson for the week done by yours truly. And when we come back, we'll be talking some more with you. This is Gospel in HD on your radio.
one nation, one destiny.
Hey y'all, this is your girl Ruth E, and you are listening to Gospel in HD. Hi everybody, welcome to Life Lessons here on our show, and this is the part of the show where we just take 10 minutes and get to learn something about life's experiences as we go through, and maybe we'll be sharing some life lessons with you that you probably never heard of before, and I hope that we all learn something today. So today's life lesson, or for this week, is we are going to talk about dirt. Of course, nobody likes dirt. Who likes dirt? Nobody. Nobody likes anything thrown at them. But then let's switch it all the way as to some of the benefits of dirt. Some of the benefits of dirt, it is that it helps us to grow. It helps a tree to grow. You need the best soil. If you want to call it dirt, we're talking about soil, but you need it to grow. Apart from that, according to what we call here in Guyana, you also need some cow dung. I don't know what the other word is. I'm a country girl, so I don't know what the other word is. But we call it cow dung. Of course, you need water. You need these elements when you plant a tree so that it can grow big, it can mature, it can flourish, and it can bear fruit. Now, why am I talking about trees? Let's now swing this back to reality. We're now coming back to reality. Let's now refocus on us. We are the trees. The dirt that is helping us, I'd more say the dirt, the cow dung, and the water. It's the kind of people that we have in our lives, the good ones, the ones that care a lot about us, in no matter what it is that we're doing in life, whether it be personal or business-wise. We all need someone to criticize us in a positive way. Let us know how we're doing or which direction we're going, and to share one or two opinions when it's needed, or in all for the sake of being a good person. You can share your opinions with someone. These are things that helps you to grow, and these people, because they want to see you mature, they want to see you flourish, they want to see you bear fruit, they are going to continue to water you and put the dirt and pat it where it's necessary. They're going to put the cow dung where it's necessary. And then apart from that, you also have to watch out for the bad parts. The bad parts in terms of having a tree to mature and to grow. This is the part of our lives where, as a tree begins to grow, flourish, and mature, we're going to have a lot of thorns, we're going to have weeds, we're going to have unnecessary things growing alongside that tree. And to help that tree to continue to grow, you have to pull up those thorns, you have to pull up those weeds, because you don't want them to choke the tree and to take its life. Now let's come back to reality. Those thorns and those weeds are the bad people who don't want to see us flourish, who don't want to see us get better, do better. They don't have anything good, for us in terms of mindset. So, there's some kinds of people who would come and they would just criticize what you do and how you do it. But it's not good criticism. It's just criticism to pull you down, criticism to make you feel like what you're doing right now is bad, to make you feel like the direction that you've taken within business-wise or personal-wise, it's just plain bad. They don't have good structure criticism that can help us grow. It's more like criticism that attacks our self-esteem and try to choke what we're doing so it can kill us. All right, so those are the weeds and the thorns that are growing with us. However, apart from allowing or to having good people to throw water on us, to pat us with the dirt and put the cow down so that we can grow, we also got some things that we need to do for ourselves. We cannot sit back and allow good people to do those things for us. Whenever you always hear stuff like this, if there's something you're really wanting or you want something, you have to go for it. So you cannot sit back and allow other people, just because they're good, you can't sit back and allow them to do all the work. You've got some work to do too. So basically, this life lesson is telling us that dirt is good. All right? It's all good. Constructive criticism is good for whatever it is that you are doing in your life, personally or business-wise. When we hear it on the first instant, we might not like it. Like I said, when somebody throw dirt at you, you ain't gonna like seeing dirt on your white shirt. You ain't gonna like seeing dirt on you nowhere. But the fact that this is the kind of dirt that helps you to grow, you're going to see it in the long run. Whereas the bad people in our lives who don't want to see us flourish and don't want to see us grow, they're going to continue to throw things that are not going to help a tree to nourish. Garbage. They're going to pee on us. They're going to spit on us. They're going to do so many things and throw so many things on us that is going to either stunt, stop, or choke the growth that we're doing. So my life lesson today is encouraging us. Start weeding out the good and the bad. Start seeing the levels. Start seeing who's good and who's bad. Because remember, you have to also be very careful on who is throwing dirt at you. You got to be careful on who is watering you, who is putting the cow dung on you, who is helping you to flourish because they want to see you grow. And you have to put them aside or differentiate them from the people who are peeing on you, who are throwing garbage at you, plastic, they're spitting and putting things and throwing things at you that will not in no way help you to flourish or grow and go anywhere. So my life lesson today is encouraging us to start weeding out the good from the bad. You also have that power to determine who gets to help you flourish. So that's another thing right there. We've all got some homework to do as we continue into bringing life lessons to you. We've all got some work to do. Weed out the good from the bad and make sure that you know who is throwing good stuff at you to help you flourish, and get rid of the people who are throwing things at you that are not going to help you flourish. And you're supposed to know them very, very well. They're the kind of people who can't find no good reason as to why they don't like you, but they just don't like the best bone in your body, sis. Like when they come to you, they make you feel like they're coming with constructive criticism, but really and truly, nah. They're actually coming with some bad stuff. They're coming to tear you down, to kill your self-esteem. So you know the good from the bad. Start pushing them aside. Start appreciating the people that are helping you to flourish, and start putting at arm's length the people who are not, the ones who are trying to choke your growth, your success. You are the only one that can do that for yourself. So don't sit back and allow the good ones to flourish you. You've got some work to do for yourself too, like weeding out the bad stuff that's going to come up and choke you as you continue along down the road of success. That is your life lesson for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to be here once again to bring you a next one. In the meantime, stay safe, y'all. Bye-bye.
Need to see my brothers and sisters together, 'cause I've got some things on my mind I need to talk about. The self-centered thing me I talk about. Say you no care about Sister Pam. Say you no care about James or Mr. John. I've got some real things to say. Can't understand the gospel artist today. Whoa, me can't find the unity, 'cause every man that think about him won't get it. So me have to sing. Whoa, whoa, this is the sound of liberation. Sing. Whoa, whoa, this is the sound of collaboration. Whoa, whoa, this is the sound of liberation. Sing. Whoa. Christ not like the single thing, him like the plenty. Two or three together touching anything. Christ is in the midst and him no empty.
Say we are stronger together. Together we are strong. Come over, my brother. Give me your right hand. House divided by itself cannot stand. So everybody sing this one. Judge and children sing. Whoa, whoa. This is the sound of liberation. Sing. Whoa, whoa. This is the sound of collaboration. Whoa, whoa. This is the sound of liberation. Whoa, whoa. This is the collab. See the cry of my heart is the same. My brothers, my sisters, and me. All of we together as one. No man now fight another one. I just the love, I just the love, I just the love. More love from up above. We want to see the unity in the thing. The blood of Jesus Christ from within. The children sing. Whoa, whoa. This is the sound of liberation. Sing. Whoa, whoa. This is the sound of collaboration. Whoa, whoa. This is the sound of liberation. Whoa, whoa. This is the collab. Things on my mind I need to talk about. The self-centered thing me I talk about. Say you no care about Sister Pam. Say you no care about James or Mr. John. I've got some real things to say. Can't understand the gospel artist today. Oh, we can't find the unity. Cause every man I think about him one kitty. So me have to sing. Whoa, whoa. This is the sound of liberation. Sing. Whoa, whoa. This is the sound of collaboration. Whoa, whoa. This is the sound of liberation. Sing. Whoa, whoa. This is the
All right, so welcome back, guys. I hope that you enjoyed that life lesson and you've learned something from it. And we hope that every week you can join us and learn something. Just take 10 minutes out of your day to learn something with us on Gospel in HD. But speaking about Gospel in HD, we have got to highlight the people here in Guyana who are down with us and it's making this 100% possible at this point. Because, hey, putting this together is not easy work. You might be hearing what's going out there, but you don't know what's going on behind closed doors, sis. So we've got to tell you who they're on board with Abidis.
Oh my gosh. I hear you talk, Ruth.
I'm gonna be jumping back into Curly's 1 and 2 time on this program here.
I don't understand you, but listeners out there, I want to know, guys, you're there, you're listening from probably Antigua, you're probably out there in the United States.
And you probably just question yourself as to what Abidis mean.
Ruth, it's so crazy you laugh the same way, right? It's almost like we come to like, I'm gonna laugh in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, haha.
Stop it.
Yeah, but I love the way you switch back and forth into your natural culture. And for those that are wondering what we look like behind the scenes, you can pick it up from what we're saying, because we're beautiful people up here in Guyana, and Ruth is a chocolate brown.
Do not be describing me. Let the people have let their imaginations go wild. That's what radio does. We allow you to hear the voice and you use the voice to figure out what the person look like. For example, I'm just putting that one out there. For example, when I first heard of, I'm just going blank here, Otis Redding.
Oh yeah.
When I first heard this man's voice, I could swear to you that he was a 60-something-year-old man with this nice deep voice.
Oh, yeah.
Only coming to find out that he was only 26 when he died, and it's crazy.
That's the guy with his space teeth.
He does have a space teeth, I think so. I think he has space teeth, but no, that's not him. That's the A Man Loves a Woman was done by Percy Sledge.
Oh, that's Percy Sledge. So.
Otis Redding is the man that gave us a song, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay.
Oh, him? Oh,
yes. When I looked at his picture the very first time, I couldn't match the voice with what I saw. So that's what we want you to do with us. Just listen to the voices and let's just let your mind go free. If you think Sean is fat, you go right on ahead and figure that part out. You think I'm skinny, I'll take it. I'll take it.
That you brought that up because you just exposed something that's super important. Ruth is a broadcaster naturally. I think she has embraced that side of her talents, and she is so natural that I think listening to her speak, you begin to close your eyes and you imagine that you're not where you actually are. Because of how nice the voice is and how she puts things together.
Yeah.
And in terms of the gospel in HD, we have different persons coming together to make this happen.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
And then you have, the Blood of Jesus Records, which, has granted their studios for us to...
Big up!
So we want to big up the Anointed Veil. Right away, we want to say, Blood of Jesus is where you want to make your recordings. If you want to have someone to produce, you can reach out to us and we can connect you. Also with eMusic, that's another record label that's connected to the Blood of Jesus. And we are opening up the doors for new musicians. You'll be able to hear more about that as we continue this program, as you become a regular listener, as you tune in from week to week. That's something that I can't wait to do, Ruthie. I can't wait to bring the artists on that are part of the eMusic label set up on the Blood of Jesus Records. But you know what, guys? It takes so much to make things happen. And we're trusting that as our show gets more under your skin, and as you look forward to it, that you would want to put your ads here, you'd want to do different things. Because it's one thing to run a program and just, do it because. That's the next thing to maintain it. All right? We want to be able to maintain what we're doing. So this is the place where we want to tell you that a lot goes into the gospel in HD. We all, take our time to share the word of God. Because just in talking, we encourage you to live, to get up the next day, to go out there and do your best for Jesus, even though it's COVID and, and you're dealing with so much. We motivate you. So we want you to motivate us. All right? So I'll probably tell you how at the next time, but you can always, just hit us up and let us know. Hear how you're listening, where you're listening from, and if you have any other ideas or things you want to see or hear from us. All right. If this is your first time listening, remember this show is coming out all the way from Guyana. All right. And Guyana means land of many waters, and we are as flowing as the waters. All right. Yeah, Ruthie, do you have anything you want to just throw in there in terms of how you have been experiencing the gospel since this closure, since the the change in our cultural atmosphere?
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this much. I do miss it. I miss going out there in concerts. I miss doing some backup work. I miss the rehearsal. It's like I've been doing this for so long.
Yeah.
And sometimes I remember having this conversation with my sisters before, and we were talking about how many times we've done backups for several other artists here in Guyana. And then sometimes after rehearsals are done, we sit back and we say, oh, can't we just go to one show where we just get to stand in the crowd and enjoy it with everybody else instead of always having to be on stage and, working with other great artists, which is not a bad thing. I'll tell you what, I really love it. But COVID has really made me realize how much I love what I do. I really, really miss it. I miss going out there. I miss being in rehearsals for late hours. I love being in the studio with other artists, working with new, fresh people, working with the oldies and goldies out there. I just love it and I miss it so much, and I'm just... I want to kick COVID to the curb so bad. Well, and we hope that, the way how things are going in your country, wherever you're listening to us, gospel-wise, we know that there's been quite a number of changes. There's no concerts, nobody can travel. So everyone is finding other ways and means of making money. And I can tell you this, that COVID has made us do things that we probably never thought we'd ever do. And when it's over, it's never going to be the same for any of us.
Ever. But I was considering, at my church, I would have led worship usually. But now I have to lead worship every Sunday. But there is no one there. All right, it's like every.
That must
Sunday,
be so crazy because as an artist, you're so accustomed to. Yes.
You use your hands raised as a cue.
You're telling the people that raise your hands. Or you're telling a bunch of empty seats to raise their hands up.
But it has forced us to kind of reanalyze our relationship with Jesus and the reason why we do it. I really think that God has allowed this season to become a part of what we're doing so we can fall back in love with Him. We always sing songs like, coming back to the heart of worship where it's all about you. Sometimes we do, we say things like Jesus at the center of it all. But now Jesus has to be the center of it all because there is no Sister Pam in the middle for you to talk about and sing about or to use the motivation of the rock star feeling. You're no longer a rock star. You're basically standing in front of your camera. You're basically posing in front of your phone. All right? You don't know who it is reaching. You don't know anything. All you know is that you still have to work. And that comes from a worshiper's perspective. That comes from someone who really loves the Lord. And I've never really questioned myself in regards to if I love Him or not, because it never really was about the hype. It always was about just being available for you for service. And now that I have to show up every Sunday to do that, it really helps me to appreciate that fellowship I gain with God, the preparation before we go up. Even the limited camaraderie that we get before we go to worship, because it's just the worshipers there, like a little family, and then the pastor comes and he preaches, and then we all go pile up for the reviews. So we sit and we go look at our video on live to see if there was anything we could have done better, make changes and stuff. But I know you out there are experiencing things your own way. I've even seen some of the churches begin to open up. All right, to allow members to come under the social distancing guidelines, of course, right? And I see people are so excited to just pile up in a church and just be there because they miss it. Like Ruth E said, she misses it.
Yeah, I miss going to the house of the Lord. Yeah. But here's what. We are rambling on here. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you some selections, and I hope that you enjoy this. When we come back, we're going to wrap things up on our show for today. And before in the middle of wrapping things up, we will let you know the outline of our show, Gospel in HD, what you can expect every week, as this is the first show here on the radio. So, we're just, giving it a breather here, and we hope that you are enjoying our conversation and you can actually relate to what is being said. So let's listen to some music. We take a break here, and when we come back, we're going to wrap things up on our show, Gospel in HD.
This is your boy Shawn English, and you're rocking with the Gospel in HD with Ruth E and me.
Don't you stop, don't you stop. Hey, 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 hey. Don't you stop, don't you stop. It's not about how you started. Don't you stop, don't you stop. About how you win. How you gonna win, man? Don't you stop, Remember when you started out with just one dream? Resources could not be seen. Remember when you stayed up late at night trying to work out the in-between. Remember your passion, remember your drive. Remember how you felt inside. Remember when you felt you could conquer the world and no mountain was too high. But now the storms have passed your way. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? And the sun didn't shine today. What you gonna do? Tell me what you gonna do. Listen to me. The enemy's assignment is to keep you down, bring you disappointments from all around. But greater is He that's inside of you. He'll help you to stand your ground. Push a little harder, go a little further, pray a little deeper, clinging to the keeper till you reach the finish line.
Remember the day when you risked everything just to make your dreams stay flat. Remember when people didn't understand your plans, but that was quite all. Remember your mission, remember your vows, remember how you felt inside. Remember when you knew God had your back and He was gonna be your God. But now the storm has passed your way. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? And the sun didn't shine today. What you gonna do? Friend, what you gonna do? Listen to me. Nobody ever promised that the road was nice. And if your dreams gon' live, you gotta pay the price. You got to know your friends from your foes. In hard times, your faith must rise. Push a little harder, go a little further, pray a little deeper, clinging to the keeper till you reach the finish line. Don't you stop till the devil bring all he got. 'Cause you're ready. Don't you stop. No, no, no. You're ready. Don't you stop. You are born for this. You're ready. Don't you stop. No, no, no. Tell them you're ready. Don't you stop. I know it's looking like your darkest day, but it's your finest hour. Child of a king, you better use that power. You're a go-getter, so you gotta go get it. Setbacks may come to distract, but don't let it when your knees grow weak. Your faith gotta speak, every promise gotta keep, every goal you gotta meet. Yeah, the doubters will doubt, but the giants will fall. Walk in your purpose, answer the call, and you can't go soft, gotta go hard. Can't go soft, gotta go hard. Push a little harder, go a little further, pray a little deeper, clinging to the keeper. When opportunity comes knocking at your door, you're ready. Don't you stop. Bring it on, 'cause you're ready. Don't you stop. Yeah. Tell them you're ready. Don't you stop for nothing. Ready. Don't you stop. Be present to the tell them you're ready. Don't you stop. Yeah. Tell them you're ready. Walk in your purpose, yeah. You ready? You want fun for this? You ready?
Gospel in HD, high definition.
Here's the Princess Vanessa. And in music, hey, hey. I love him, la 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 way. Give him my la 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 way. Anytime I want, I can call on you. Jesus, my lover, oh, I love him, la 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 way. Give him my la 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 way. Anytime I want, I can call on you. Jesus, I love you so.
Be a princess, gotta give me response. Hold me close, no love me from a distance. Every day I rise and I will give thanks for everything you've done for me. Me not fi worry about them bills. Him a doctor, me know I fi heal. He's a loving, he does give me shield. He make the princess sing.
I love him, la 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 way. Give him my la 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 way. Anytime I want, I can call on you. Jesus, my lover, oh, I love him, la 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 way. Give him my la 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 way. Anytime I want, I can call on you. Jesus, I love you so.
When I call on Jesus Christ, he just comes so fast. Never leave me by myself. Give me love everlasting, and I can't complain. Neither sun nor rain can ever separate me from love refrain.
I love him, la 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 way. Give him my la 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 way. Anytime I want, I can call on you. Jesus, my lover, oh, I love him, la 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 way. Give him my la 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 way. Anytime I want, I can call on you. Jesus, I love you so.
Hold me closer, closer. Give me all the strength I need. Everything I need, I ask for. Jesus always intercedes. Never leave me lonely, never. Great I am, my King is He. I could never want another. He is everything to
Oh,
me.
how I love him, la 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 way. in my ala way. Anytime I want, I can call on you. Jesus, I love you so. It's the music and the Princess Vanessa. Yeah. Oh.
Me are the princess. Me are the princess. Me are the princess. Me are the princess.
All right, we're back, and this is the final lap here on Gospel in HD. So what we're going to do in this lap here is just to encourage you as to what our show is about. You can keep in contact with all of us here that's included in the show, and where you can contact us in terms of ad purposes to advertise on our show. We'd love to hear from you as well. We'd love to hear your thoughts about what you thought about the first show, and you can also throw in topics in there that we can talk about on the show as well. We love to hear from you, because on our show, what we want to do is to include our listening audience as well. We don't just want to be putting the mic on and we just talking all the time, but we also want to hear from you. We want to know what exactly would you like to hear on our show. So at this point, if you just joined us, we are at the end of our show, and that's okay. You can join us again when we are back. And let's just tell you that Gospel in HD, it is a show that's coming to you from Guyana to you, from two Guyanese people here that live, born, grew up here in Guyana, and we just want to, let you know of how things have been happening in the gospel arena here in Guyana, how COVID has affected us. We'll also be alerting you of events that will be happening in Guyana. Hopefully, when we kick COVID to the curb, that's going to be full steam ahead, so you will always know when to tune in on social media for all the live streaming that's going to be happening, or we'll always let you know when the concert's going to be going down, so you can join us and party with us, because hey, we know how to party over here in Guyana. Y'all don't know, but we know how to party over here, because who said Christian people can't have fun?
But I just want to say something, and to endorse Dr. Monica. I want to endorse Dr. Monica and Minister Cleve for, inspiring us to make this show a reality. It's the Caribbean Gospel Radio FM, and they have been behind us to make sure the gospel can be created to reach others out there. Mm-hmm. And this is one of the challenges that was given to us. Since we're here, we're not getting a chance to really get out there as we used to. The flight's gone, as Ruth E mentioned at the beginning, and we all have to do different things to still maintain our purpose. So this is one of the platforms that we've chosen. Hey, Ruth E is a veteran broadcaster.
Oh Lord, stop.
You just like ramble on, you like to talk a lot. But we do have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
So that's no problem. Some gotta talk, some gotta listen. So you signed your contract to listen, and we're here to talk about it. All right?
All right.
So where can you find us? For me, if you want to find Shawn English, it's going to be at Shawn English GY everywhere. Spell the name right, and you're going to find me. SHAWN English GY.
As in English language.
That's correct. And you can get me everywhere. Hey, if you see content that you don't really like, Shawn English, you got some old stuff from way back.
This is where social media comes to haunt you from the past.
Watch what you posted.
Of course, if you want to find your girl Ruthie, all you gotta do is look for Ruthie Willow. I am everywhere. That handle has been used on my Instagram. You will find it on Facebook, and you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel over there for all our makeup lovers. If you love makeup or you want to see how it's done in a Guyanese way, and let me tell you something. The best part of doing makeup in Guyana is that it's a tropical country. It's 365 days of summer. We don't know what is winter. We don't know what the cold looks like. And for that reason, you need to stick around with us. And, just subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you will find a whole lot of makeup videos being done in the heat of the day. I even got a video where I went out and test makeup with a mask on.
You did what?
Yes, I did that. Because, yeah. I mean, we need to know, because I really loved makeup, and the fact that I wanted to see if COVID-19 was going to stop me in the tracks of what I love so much. And, you know, I'm not going to tell you the result. You just need to go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. The name is Ruth E Willow. You're going to find me as that. And just go look at the video. I'm not going to tell you of the result. But you can find me on Facebook, where I also do life lessons there, as you get it here as well. And I do the life lessons Monday to Friday. I also do them on Instagram. So if you don't have Facebook, you can keep up with me there as well. But hey, keep up with your girl. I'm always over here for you.
That's what it is.
Oh, and one other thing, you can also get in contact with Blood of Jesus through the Anointed Veil. All you gotta do is search for the Anointed Veil. Even if you just search for Anointed Veil, you're gonna see the name pop up. They're everywhere. The Anointed Veil is on Instagram. He's on Facebook. You're gonna find him there. He's also on YouTube, so you can go and subscribe to his YouTube channel and keep up with his music, because he's doing some awesome stuff, some really great stuff. And we've got some collaborations going on. Shawnee has collaborated with the Anointed Veil. Your girl has collaborated with the Anointed Veil. We do backups over here for the Anointed Veil official. So yeah, keep up with us, man. We're a family over here, so keep up with all of us. The Anointed Veil, Sean English, and Ruthie Willow. Keep up with all of us here. So this is the end of our show, and the next time you hear from us, it's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. And don't forget that we want to hear from you. We want to hear topics. We want to see you. Tell us what kind of topics that you want to hear on Gospel in HD. And we would also love to hear of your experiences from wherever you're listening to us, if you can relate to the COVID craziness that's happening here in Guyana, if it's the same thing happening for you. Did your country open back up? Did the churches open back up? Are you guys doing church virtually? Are people going back to church? Yeah, we want to know what's going on from your end as we continue to share with you what's going on from our end. All right, so this is the end of our show. I'm your girl, Ruthie.
And I'm your boy, Sean English from
Guyana. And this has been Gospel in HD. See y'all folks later. Bye-bye.
Sam is Jamal and in music, Paradigm Studios, epic. Let your love shine. I'm here interceding because the world needs your healing. I'm praying for this generation. Ease the frustration. Let your love flow. I'm here interceding because the world needs your healing. Praying for this generation, praying for the nation. So many people out there and they're looking for love. Too many broken hearted, too much dire situation. And many close their eyes and give up. Some can't find a reason for this life to be worth living. But I know a man who will understand. He is forever loving, faithful. If you love him, he will see you through. God will be there for you. So let your love shine. Interceding because the world needs your healing. I'm praying for this generation. Ease the frustration. Let your love flow. I'm here interceding because the world needs your healing. I'm praying for this generation. Praying for the nation. What about the hungry youth? What about the child with no mama or papa? What about the destitute? Society don't care about the poor out there no more. We need more love in this nation. That's what I'm praying for. That is what I'm praying for. We need more Jesus today. Society will be a better place. So let your love shine. I'm here interceding because the world needs your healing. I'm praying for this generation. Ease the frustration. Let your love flow. I'm here interceding because the world needs your healing. I'm praying for this generation. Ease the frustration. So let your love flow. So many broken people and they don't know where to go. This world's so full of evil. Haters on the low. You see their smiling faces, but you never really know. Politicians, the police, like the devil CEOs. And everywhere you turn, it seems like things are getting worse. I'm praying for your blessings, cause it's nice, seems like a curse. Sometimes the ghetto, the crimes, and the youth them, they too damn unruly. But still I'm praying though for mothers to get up and stand up and fight. Fathers to stay in their family's life. Me to surrender and living for Christ. Yes, I'm praying though for all the violence to cease, for the gospel to reach every person on the street. That's what I'm singing for. I'm interceding for the nation. Help this generation to see a better way. A brighter day than our way. We need your love to shine, so let your love shine. We're interceding because the world needs your healing. I'm praying for this generation, ease the frustration, let your love flow. I'm here interceding because the world needs your healing. I'm praying for this generation, praying for the nation, let your love shine. I'm here interceding because the world needs your healing. I'm praying for this generation, ease the frustration, let your love flow. I'm here interceding because the world needs your healing. I'm praying for the generation, praying for the nation, let your love shine. I'm here interceding because the world needs your healing. I'm praying for this generation, ease the frustration, let your love flow. I'm here interceding because the world needs your healing. I'm praying for this generation, praying for the nation, let your love flow.
From the USA to Europe and into the Caribbean, all the world over, this is Caribbean Gospel Radio FM, keeping you inspired and informed. From the USA to Europe and into the Caribbean, all the world over, this is Caribbean Gospel Radio FM, keeping you inspired and informed.
If you've got a problem, just take it to the Lord in prayer. He can fix it. God'll do what nobody's able to. If you've got a problem, He will fix it for you. Whisper a prayer, but you've got to believe. Whatever you ask of Him,
To Europe and into the Caribbean, all the world over. This is Caribbean Gospel Radio FM, keeping you inspired.